Gas prices are at a record high in the U.S., and the war in Ukraine is a huge reason why. NewsNation's Leland Vittert joins me now. Leland, good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. You say that, there you are. You say the pain that the Americans are feeling at the pump is funding Vladimir Putin's war. How so?
Rudabeh, great to see you. Good morning. John McCain famously said that Russia is a gas station masquerading as a country. And despite all of the sanctions that have been put on Vladimir Putin, none of them have gone after Russia's energy sector. There's a huge carve out for anything having to do with energy. So every gallon of gas that you buy at $4.50 or $5 a gallon, that represents how much Vladimir Putin is getting for every barrel of oil he is selling. So the rest of his economy is really hurting. But where he gets most of his money, 50% of his economy, is coming from the sale of oil and gas. And so far, that has not been sanctioned by the United States or by any of our allies. And there's all this talk in Washington about a ban on the import of gasoline into the United States or of oil into the United States that comes from Russia. It's not going to really do much except probably drive the price up even further, because Vladimir Putin can turn around and sell that same barrel of oil or a gallon of gas that he was going to sell to the United States to the Chinese, to the Japanese, or to the Malaysians, and again, use that higher price to finance his war.
And we look at past conflicts involving Russia, right? They show a correlation between high oil prices and Putin's boldness and willingness to invade his neighbors. We have Georgia in 2008, Crimea in 2004. Do you think the prices give Putin a sense of immunity, though, from Western sanctions?
Yeah, it's an excellent point in terms of when Vladimir Putin feels flush with cash, he goes on an adventure. It's no different than any of us when we get a big raise, or if you win the lottery, so to speak, all of a sudden you're going to go out and start buying things. If you're Vladimir Putin, who's already a billionaire, well, you don't need any more yachts, and you don't need your friends, your oligarchs, to have any more yachts or more Gulfstreams. So what is an adventure for Vladimir Putin? Well, he goes out and he invades other countries because that's what he wants. He wants to rebuild the Soviet Union. So high gas prices, high oil prices are a gift to him, and he then can go out and make mischief.
So whether or not people agree with it and politicians come to an agreement on it, do you anticipate more sanctions?
Sure, there will always be incremental more sanctions because the politicians in the West wants to be seen as doing something. The thing to keep in mind is that unless you go after the energy sector of Russia and keep Vladimir Putin from getting any of this money of these higher oil prices, we're paying higher prices at the pump. This is going to go into the price of everything that we buy comes from oil. I mean, if you think about getting a food delivery tomorrow, the plastic fork and knife that come with that food delivery, they're going to cost more because petroleum products go into making the plastic fork and knife. Everything will cost more and more. And in a weird and sort of perverse way, the person who makes the most money out of that is some of the worst people in the world. The Saudis, the Iranians, once they start selling oil again, the Venezuelans, and Vladimir Putin.
All right, Leland Vittert for us. Thank you. Appreciate it. And you can watch On Balance with Leland Vittert every weeknight on NewsNation at 7 Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. And that's p.m. right here on NewsNation. And
thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.